All right, how's it going, everybody? Back again, and today I want to talk about the importance of creating your core values and how this is going to keep you centered and right your ship throughout the inevitable storms that are going to happen in your life. So it's super important because in order to create your core values, this is what's going to help maintain your focus and ultimately help you reach extremely high levels in your life. Without having a sense of self, without having a sense of your core beliefs, your core values, things that you're trying to do to better yourself in the world, inevitably you'll end up burning out. And this is something that really I struggled with a lot for many years, and it was extremely aggravating to me because I could never really figure out the fundamental reason why I would burn out. I would think to myself, well, I'm very disciplined, I'm very determined, I have good energy, but I can't seem to focus on something for, more than a couple days or a couple weeks and without kind of, shifting my focus. And what this comes down to 90% of the time with people is the fact that they don't have a higher sense of self and a sense of these kind of core values and beliefs that you want to work towards. Now, what I do tell a lot of people initially, especially younger people, younger guys, is in the beginning, you don't necessarily have to have a whole bunch of these core beliefs because you need to go out and you get that car, you need to go out and get that girl, you need to get the clothes and the material stuff, because until you can get the kind of physical possessions out of the way, it's going to be hard to kind of align yourself with a higher sense of self and a higher core value. So first off, in your 20s, whatever, get those out of the way. All right, once we've done that, we do need to align ourselves. And believe me, if you want to hit any sort of really high levels in success, whether that's in business, relationships, you have to focus on these things. And again, I know that, to a lot of people, self-help stuff sounds really corny, like, oh, you got to align yourself with the core values and, just center yourself with the universe. I get it, but what you have to realize is that as corny as this stuff may sound, anyone who has reached a super high level of success has dealt with these things and has really evaluated their set of beliefs. The reason why you have to do this is that as you go throughout life, there's going to be so many things that are going to put you off your center. And unless you have this kind of core set of beliefs that anchors you to your higher purpose, your higher meaning, there's no way that you're going to be able to keep that ship centered and on course. And it's aggravating because you can say, well, I'm really hardworking, I'm really successful. Well, all those things are great. Those are great, virtues or whatever you want to call them to have. But until you have that really deep-centered focus and value, you inevitably are going to fall off. So how do we set up these core values? Well, how I have done it, and this has been really helpful for me, is you have to ask yourself, well, okay, assuming that I have enough money, assuming that I have, food and shelter and all the basic things that you need, and plus some nicer things like maybe a nice car and a house and whatever. Assuming you have all those things, what else would you want to do in your life? What else would give you meaning in your life? And for me, what I've realized is, well, number one, I like helping other people. I like seeing other people succeed, and I like feeling like I'm making a difference in the world. And I think that for most people, this is what their kind of core beliefs are going to somewhat focus around. So in essence, what you want to do is create something where it's not just me all the time. And again, as I said, you do have to focus on the me at first when you're just getting started and get a lot of those things out of the way. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to really comprehend the kind of further ideals and values down the road. But once you get those out of the way, you have to say, okay, it's not just all about me. It's about a larger picture and a larger purpose. And not only is this going to keep you centered through all your turbulences throughout your life, and believe me, you're going to have them all the time. It's not about trying to get rid of those turbulences. The video I made yesterday talks about how you actually want to embrace them. But once you have these values set in place, this higher sense of self, this higher sense of purpose, and the sun is blaring in my eyes, so I'm trying to, keep this going here and look at the camera. Yeah, the sun is bright as hell. but it's good, probably good lighting for the video. I'll keep on trying to film here with the sun, and so a lot of my videos are really dark, and you know, the quality's not great, but that's besides the point. Once you get that purpose, you won't really be thrown off center very often. You will be anchored down, and that's really what you need for long-term success. And the cool thing about this is it applies across the board, whether you're looking in business, relationships, any sort of, you know, interactions during the day, and ultimately you're able to make the world a better place. So once you get out of this self-centered me all the time, and you can align with a higher purpose, that is going to really help you. And at first, you know, it can be a little bit hard, but again, with all these things, the more that you do it, the better that you get. So that's my tip for the day as far as how to maintain an incredible level of focus, how to keep yourself centered through the inevitable turbulence that you're going to have in your life, and try it out. It's going to create an incredible amount of success. And one last thing that I will add is, throughout a lot of my life, I noticed that there was this kind of like pang, this kind of like pain, so to speak, where I would feel it kind of deep down in my gut, deep down in my stomach. And it's like almost like this perpetual feeling of nervousness, or this perpetual feeling of just uncomfortableness. And since I've adjusted and gone back and really rebuilt a lot of my core values and sense of self, a lot of this underlying nervousness and pain has just gone away. And it's really incredible, because once you can do that, you feel like you have these superhuman powers. What most people don't realize is that sense of nervousness, that's letting you know that you're going in the wrong direction, yet people end up just numbing themselves to it through drugs and alcohol and video games and Netflix and whatever else they choose to just numb themselves with. And listen to that. You know, once that goes away, that's letting you know, okay, we've gotten off of this wrong track and onto the right track. So sense out those little feelings in your body, and you'll feel so much better. It's like this, the way I can describe it is, it's this deep nervousness that you'll feel in your gut and your stomach all the time. And once that goes away, you're off to the races, baby. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be shooting many more, and I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. See you later.